Arch rivals Liverpool and Manchester United are about to go into a bidding war for a young Dutch international who plies his trade in Germany. I'll tell you who that is and what exactly he's all about. I also got an update as well concerning Liverpool and their lack of interest in Sofian Amrabat. Fabrizio Romano says so. There is news concerning Benjamin Pavard and whether he actually seriously wants to join Manchester United. Mason Greenwood is back in the squad. Many of you denied when I broke that story 4 days ago, but I'll give you another update from most sources that perhaps you will believe in a lot more than me. Then there is an update about our team and injuries before we go into the second game of the season. My name is Webb, and like I did vow in sickness and in health, I will be here to burn you with Manchester United news. Sad that I'm losing my voice. It's probably slowly getting back. But guys, don't you be disgusted by my voice. Please just bear with me and let us just enjoy Manchester United news. Subscribe to the hotspot. Now let's get it proper. This young man, Ryan Gravenberch, is the latest player to be linked to Manchester United. Goodness, we've been linked to so many players in this summer. I've never had this. But anyhow, Manchester United apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, made calls and inquiries about Ryan Gravenberch. He's a 21-year-old Dutch midfielder. This young boy played for Ajax when Erik ten Hag was still boss. He only left last year in 2022 to join Bayern Munich. So the idea of him reuniting with his former boss has excited him, just like it has excited so many other players. I don't know. Is Ten Hag in the business of just bringing his former Ajax players to United? None of them, to be honest, has excited that much. Donny van de Beek, and then Anthony Dos Santos. But anyhow, that doesn't mean everyone will not excite. But this young player apparently has made it clear that he would love to join Manchester United, and he has got interest as well from Liverpool, because according to Fabrizio Romano, still Liverpool have also made calls and inquired about the availability and how much he would cost, and they're also planning to go back and table a bid for him. That is Ryan Gravenberch. He's looked at as one of the hottest young players. Like I said, he's only 21, and Bayern Munich do price him quite highly. It is expected that he's priced at over £45 million. We are yet to know officially how much United could be willing to offer for him, but for now, they were just inquiring about whether he's available. So that's one player that Manchester United is looking at as a backup for Casemiro. Now, speaking of the long-term target for Manchester United in terms of backing up Casemiro, Sofian Amrabat is one that we have wanted for the longest time. Now, a good update that has just emerged concerning Sofian Amrabat is that Liverpool have made it clear they are no longer interested at all in Sofian Amrabat. Remember a few weeks ago, I told you that Amrabat made it clear to Liverpool that he did not want to join them. He's waiting on Manchester United. He does want to reunite with his former boss at Utrecht, that is Erik ten Hag. But of course, the circumstances at Manchester United are a bit worrying, because I told you we are in a difficult situation. It's so difficult for us to go and bid for players now, because Scott McTominay is still with us. We are stuck with him. West Ham don't seem to be interested in doing any more business with us after us pulling out for that deal for Harry Maguire. I think they're also disinterested in proceeding with talks for Scott McTominay after United rejected the £30 million bid. So it's possible that West Ham might not want to go on and negotiate for any player with Manchester United. So that would mean United will be stuck with two unwanted players who could potentially raise us about £70 million, which is enough money for us to sign Sofian Amrabat and maybe a centre-back, in Todibo or even Benjamin Pavard, because he's only got 1 year left on his contract. So, but the situation is tricky. So you wonder how much longer Sofian Amrabat could wait, whereas he was assured by Erik ten Hag that we are coming for him and he's excited. We are not certain how much longer, because he might actually be stuck at Fiorentina. Remember, United wanted him as early as January. United wanted him at that time, I think, on loan, but Fiorentina wanted to sell. So United are still there. So it's still a tight situation we are in. We've got to sort our house. We are clearly back, literally, to that sell to buy situation. But for now, it's even becoming increasingly harder for us to proceed and sell a single player. We only sold Fred, I think, and Elanga, but that money is negligible, both for just about 15 million pounds. It's not enough for us to go on and bid for any serious players. So that's the tight situation we are finding ourselves in. We are trapped in a tight situation, but we love the fact that we've already made 3 signings. But if the game against Wolves was anything to go by, we obviously need Sofian Amrabat. If not Amrabat, anyone who can come in and back up Casemiro, because Casemiro can be exposed in that role with the likes of Mason Mount playing alongside him in a 4-2-3-1 formation. So a tough situation going on at Manchester United. Now, speaking of tough situations, of course, the Mason Greenwood situation is that tough one, and I'll tell you about it in a bit, but not before I give you an update concerning Benjamin Pavard. Now, according to Thomas Tuchel, he's yet to talk to Benjamin Pavard about his and this talk of him leaving and wanting to join Manchester United. As far as Tuchel is concerned, Pavard is part of his long-term plan. He's 27 years of age and is one of the senior players at the club. According to Tuchel, he sees him a lot in his plans because the player has not made it clear to him that he does want to leave the club. So he's part of their long-term project. And also, the situation going on with Manchester United and our lack of progress in terms of selling players does not make matters any easier for us in terms of the players we want to sign. Same case with Sofian Amrabat. You don't think Benjamin Pavard will sit there and wait forever when other clubs, I think the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, I think we've heard of Arsenal as well making inquiries about him. So again, we've got to put our house in order if we are going to again not lose out on big prospects that we do want to join us. So that's where we are now. Mason Greenwood's situation as well is another one that is slowing us down in terms of proceeding to sign players. Now, of course, I told you 4 days ago that Mason Greenwood is back in the squad, which I confirmed a long time ago. And I'm a Manchester United fan, but I'm also a journalist. I don't just come out here and give you stories out of excitement. I've got my sources that are so credible. And I think we are beginning to see what I already told you 4 days ago. Of course, United, apparently Richard Arnold told the top staff at Manchester United to prepare for the return of Greenwood. And this return is already done. Of course, they are saying that he will be reinstated in the squad on Tuesday next week. He was already reinstated, but they are just managing the news. But like I told you, Mason Greenwood is back in the Manchester United squad. Anything changing, anything that could change could be because of these letters and mails we are seeing, the backlash and all, because they might, make a U-turn. But I think it will take some bit of time. I think at this point, it is a point of no return. I think Manchester United and the Glazers have already agreed and the player is already back. They are now managing the public, but the players and everyone at the club do know that the player is back in the squad, like I did confirm 4 days ago. But of course, you always have your other sources. You only want to confirm it when it's from other sources, which is okay. I also have sources that I rely on if I'm going to confirm anything. I don't blame you, but I do hope when you finally confirm Greenwood's return, I will get my flowers. It feels good to be credited for something people are castigating you for eventually when time vindicates you and you prove right. So I hope you will come here and give me my flowers by maybe becoming a member of the hotspot. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. But guys, we are counting down to Greenwood's course return, but also Rasmus Højlund's debut might be against Arsenal. He won't play in that game against Tottenham Hotspur, our next game over the weekend. He won't be in that one. He's still injured. So is Dean Henderson, Maino, and of course, we've not got a clear update on Lisandro Martinez, but what we know is that his injury is not that serious. He could be starting in that game against Spurs. Spurs looked a bit stubborn. They had some good moments in their first game of the season, whereas they didn't win it, but this new coach effect might make them a bigger, more stubborn opponent than Wolves, who had 23 shots to the goal of Andre Onana. So we've got to put our house clear because obviously we are exposed in that game against Wolves. I had a watch along that got so boring, and with my husky voice, I just gave up on it. The game was that boring, and it's surprising that we actually won it. But who cares? A win is a win. My name is Webb, and for me, this is a win, knowing that you've listened to me, subscribed, and also endured the torture of listening to me with my husky voice. It's the hotspot, guys. I'm getting treatment. Trust you me, within a few days, my voice will be back. There is also news that the sale has been confirmed, that the Glazers have sold for over £7 billion. They are yet to confirm to who, but apparently after this whole Mason Greenwood comeback is made official, they are certainly going to come out and announce that they have sold the club to someone who might be the one we all think or pray should be the next owner of Manchester United. Subscribe to the Hot Spot. My name is Webb. I will be catching you later, guys.